You're on.
Okay. Hello everyone, welcome to Saturday Night Live with 9 Lives Artistry and Flexiwood. So I'm just going, oh, there we are. Okay, hello. And this out of the way. So tonight we're going to be not tripping over the cords, and we're going to be working on this piece of furniture here. So this is a chest of drawers that was ours, what, 14 years ago, I think we bought this. And it's going to get a facelift with some, you've probably seen it previously. It was just all green with the Hokus Pokus transfer on the bottom. And it had a slight, still got the shimmer of the gold on there with a bit of water drops and so forth. So we've just added some Pureco chiffon. It's a beautiful light dusty pink. I've added that in the chalk paint, just a little bit angulated, and we're going to go over this with some Flexiwood, and we've also added some striping down the sides, and then I've given it a sand with my Festal over the top because I want a rustic worn look. So yeah, we're going to be using some of the scroll mouldings here. So these ones, that'll be somewhat like this. And I've got some other ones here that I've had, that I've taken other bits off just to have some scroll work there. Yeah. Thank you, Amari.
I put a bit of lemon stuff in it.
Thank you very much. Okay. So, if you're new to Flexiwood, it's composite wood and it can bend and flex with heat. So you need either a heat gun or an electric fry pan if you can sit it next to you, if you've got several pieces that you want to keep heated. A Stanley knife or a blade. I've got a new one, a sharp one, and wood glue. So you must use a good wood glue. So they can be drilled, they can be cut, they can be stained, they can be painted, they can be, I said drilled. Anything that you can do to timber, you can do to these, basically. You can cut them with scissors when they're heated. You can cut them with a miter saw if you want to. So yeah, tonight, as I said, we're going to pop it on here. We're also cross-posting to the Flexiwood Australia page, so if you're watching from there, jump on and say hi, and we're going to get started. So I'm just trying to work out my positioning, so I'm just popping a handle in there and popping another one in on the other side, just so I can work out exactly where I want to put my molds. So the surface has been prepped, or it's been painted and sealed. So, hi Marie, how are you? Okay, so I'll put this one on here. And my husband's here videoing, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. And he will let me know. So I'm just going to grab a bit of tape. Now this is frog tape, and it's the gentle frog tape, which I like to use when I've kind of recently painted a piece, because then it's going to be a little bit more gentle on the piece. So I just want to hold that there just to... Okay.
Julianne says hi.
Hey Julianne, how are you? And thank you for clarifying that it was you, because I hadn't realised with your change of profile name. So actually that one's going to go down in here. Okay. So you'll probably have my back to you most of the night, and I apologise, but that's what we've got to do. I think I'll have these kind of going, maybe not that way. I'll just sit it there for now and see. No, I don't like it there. Okay. Anyone has any suggestions on placement? Please, I'm happy to give them a go. I don't know, maybe I should use those ones on the sides. I did have this worked out a while ago, and then I haven't looked at it for a while. See, I don't need to worry about these areas because I can easily cut it where I need to when the time comes. That way. It's not leaving me much. Sorry.
It's okay. It does give a really nice additional dimension, doesn't it?
Yeah. Liking these ones on there now. Okay, give me 2 seconds.
Mum.
Thank you, sweetheart. That's pretty, but I don't want to do that vertically.
Why don't you try
I
it
mean,
vertically?
because I've already got these pieces. Oh dear.
Yeah. What to do here?
Sorry, sweetheart.
What do you mean by all here? What are you trying to find?
might do that.
Yeah. So Lynn Robin is saying, love the transfer. What one is that? And loving these molds too.
That transfer, whoop, stay, is Miraculous Gardens. So that's one of the second generation Hokus Pokus ones. Okay, so I think I'm going to do this and put them there.
So Julianne is saying, what about centre above the drawers?
Up here. Give me a bit more of an explanation. What about centre above the drawers? It's blocking me out. So you're not allowed to change your name back. Okay. Okay, I'll start with this one.
She said across the top, just above the drawers.
Up here, in this section up here. I've got some trim that I can put along the top there. I've actually got a few different trims that I could use. So I'll get these on and then...
So yes, she said yes, that's what she
Okay. So I want to be able to, because on this section I've got 1, 2, 3 kind of different layers. I don't think I want to try and cut that many different layers in there. So I'm going to bring it down here, but I'm going to be able to drill through here. So I'm not too worried about that. So I think I'll just pop it there, and that way it'll stay evenly and there won't be any chance at all of it lifting, because I'd have to make too many cuts into it to try and have it sit in all the different angles there. So yeah, I think I'll go that way. And unless that way allows, no, it's still in that vicinity. Do you think it looks better with this way or this way? Because ideally they're meant to go like that as scrolls. They're meant to be sort of vertical, not semi-horizontal. But we don't need to stick to the rules. Okay. I got a little bit of a lift on the bottom, so I'm just giving it a little bit of a sand just to flatten it down a bit. I've just got an old piece of sandpaper that I was using. Now I dropped these and I broke it just there and just there, but I've glued it back together. I haven't sealed this yet because I'm wanting to bring in some of this colour up into these. So I think I'm going to do some dry brushing with the new mulberry from Pureco. Now I'll just grab a little brush for my glue and we'll start gluing. Did we get any replies about which way you think it looks better? So I'll just applied liberally. You don't want too much although I've got a lot on there, so I'm just going to spread it out. Okay. It all dries clear anyway, but still. And once I've put this on, I am going to heat it up, because that gives me a better ability to be able to get it to adhere to the surface. Oh, I didn't do not disturb my phone. Sorry guys. Okie doke. Okay, so which way did we decide? Is it going to let me see my comments? Nope, it's not. Okay. Okay. I think I will go this way. Yes?
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay. So I'm just going to hold it there, and I'm just going to apply some heat. And it just allows me to be able to push it down. To get a good strong bond.
Lynn says, yes, that looks great.
Sorry?
Lynn says that looks great.
Thank you. Now I've got this on wheels, so I can't push too hard, but I do want to so I can see where it's not sitting flat, so I'm heating those areas and pushing them down and just waiting for them to cool, so that way they're adhered. Now don't worry if it cools down and it's not adhered, you can reheat it and go again. So I've got this little bit over here that's not stuck down properly. Sorry, I'm getting the heat gun in the way. So I'm just going to heat it. See how it's pushing down? You see that? So it's actually allowing me to push it down. It's going all the way down to the substrate. But then once it's completely cooled down again, it's hard. So I've got a little bit more down here. Just going to push those down. Okie dokie. Now I'm just going to take my little brush and just get these little bits of glue. You can wet your brush if you like and get them off. There we go.
Sue Jeffrey says hello.
Oh, hey, Sue. Mary said hey. Okay. So that one's on there. And no tape. I don't need to put tape on it to hold it. I do use the Selly's Quick Set glue, wood glue, so that could help. If it's a different wood glue, I'm not sure, but I know with that one, as I've heated it, allowed it to then recool, and it's set. Obviously it's not completely cured, but it's set. Okay, so
Sue says looks very pretty.
Thank you. This is the old one I did. I think my first live doing a transfer. One went for about an hour and a half or something. Okay. So I'm just going to do the same with this one. Just pop my glue on. Now you can heat the mould before, or the applique before you put the glue on too, if you like. I usually do that, but I didn't tonight for some reason. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we're going to come over here and do the same thing. But, yes, I'm going to put it, do I put them all the same way? No, I think I'll do those two opposite. Don't think about it very much. Okay. There, I think. Okay. I'm going to stick that one there. Okay. Move out of the way, please. Oh, no, move out of the way, please. The heat gun is hot. Okay, just be careful. Okay, so I'm going to heat this again and just press it firmly where I'm heating so it...
Oh, sorry.
Yep, I don't want to push that bit yet because it's not hot. It's not warm. But I do need to cut that section.
Cut it.
Yep.
Oh.
I'll show you. Okay, so I'm going to hold that bit down. Okay, move out of the way. Could I just have my knife, please?
So Sue asked, so do you have to heat or can you just glue? I've never used these.
You can just glue. I tend to heat because no matter how much we think our surface is flat, that it's not extreme, like it's not 100%. So when I heat it, it gives me the ability to push it down and have a little bit more control, and that allows then the glue to sort of suck on the applique onto the substrate a bit more.
So there's this section here. I can see that it's still out a little bit.
Okay.
You can show her. So if you can see, there's a small gap between the Flexiwood and the drawer. Now she's heated it by pressing it. Hold this.
It doesn't help when it's on
Yep.
wheels.
So Sue is saying, so okay, the heat gives it flexibility?
Yes,
Yep.
yes. So you heat it up, you can cut them, drill them, just like you can normal timber. So the one up here, I've actually covered the handle hole, so I'll drill a hole through that, and it will then allow it to be like the backing, I suppose, kind of thing to my handle. Now I can cut this. I don't have to heat it to cut it, but it is easier to cut once you've heated it. So I just want to, if you want to pop around this side, just to show this angle.
No,
So you can see here that none of this is joined here. So I'm just going to just put a little indent where I want to start. I'm just going to heat it. Okay. So just broken that seal together, and now it's sitting on that. I just want to take that bit off. So there we go. That's cut. Now I've got another little angle here, but what I want to try and do, instead of cutting it, I'll try and seal it all together just by holding it and bending it. But first, I'm going to pull the drawer out because I will need to cut the bottom a bit, or at least sand it a little bit. So I'm just going to add a little bit more glue. And also another reason to heat them is a lot of the times, I don't know whether you can see there properly, the mold has a little bit of an indent. Can you see that through the, so you've got the sides sit a little bit higher.
Yes.
So therefore the center is like a little well or something. So you just need that little bit of heat to be able to push that down. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to sit that down there.
Are you going to cut that bottom part so you can open the bottom drawer?
Yes. I just want to get this section on first. See, this part's difficult because I've got 1, 2, 3 different angles going this way and then another 3 going this way. So it's not I suppose, the ideal placement, but it doesn't mean that it can't be done. So, and if you're holding them down and you've got glue that pops out, that's fine, because you can just use a brush to brush it off. So if you pop around this side here, you can see that I've been able to heat it, and that side is now sitting flush with this ridge, and then down here, so this ridge. So that's like the little corner, that section that comes out here. So it's sitting here, here, and here. And
that's because it's moulded into those ridges because of the heat.
Yeah. So if you don't, I mean, you don't have to heat them. You can cut them and just stick them on all the different sections. But I like to do minimal cuts. And what I can then go and do, if I want to, is fill this in with some wood filler, and then just paint over it, and it'll just look like it was always there. Okay, so now this part is going to hit the bottom drawer. So I'm just going to snip it off, give it a bit of heat.
That looks nice.
With the heat, are you able to mould it, like push it up?
I could push it up, but because I've already stuck this section down and I've stuck this part to here, I don't want to push it up into...
Okay.
Yeah, I could, but I don't. That's not... See how I'm doing that and it's moving?
Yes.
I don't want to bring that up because it's going to move it from here. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to be able to cut it straight. Sorry, my head's in the way.
It's okay.
Okay.
Excellent.
So there we go. Now I can open the bottom drawer without hitting. That's why. I could, if I wanted to, stick that on the top drawer, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to sand this so it's nice and smooth. I'm going to wait. I'm not going to sand it now though, because the glue's still not completely dry and the mould is still warm, so it will move if I were to do that now. So I'm just going to leave that. Again, I've put no tape or anything over them. Okay, now to the next part. Do I use that one or do I place these maybe?
Can I read?
Yes, sure. So, Julianne said something.
Julianne said that looked easy enough to cut it off.
To cut to fit. Yeah.
To cut to fit.
Yes, so they are. As I said, when you heat them, you can cut them without heating them, but I find once you've heated them, it allows the blades to go through much easier.
And what did Sue say?
And Sue said, what glue did you use?
You want to go grab that glue that's right next to Mum? Watch the heat gun. And just show us what glue it is.
So it's Sally's quick dry or quick set.
Okay.
It's really good. I use it for everything.
Can I see?
Yep, they can see it very clearly. Thank you very much.
I don't know whether to use these ones. No.
How will you open the drawer if you put
Yes,
that
Bunnings.
like that?
That's where we can.
What?
Sue's
Okay.
asking from Bunnings, yes.
Yeah, just from Bunnings, Sue. Do you think these ones here?
Yeah, you're
So
getting.
that's number 1. Or
Yeah, you're getting some thumbs up for that one. For those two.
this one.
I'd go for the other two because they make it look a bit more symmetrical.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
No.
Okay. So that way? That way.
Oh.
So many options.
Yep. Sue said the first ones, which are those two.
Yep, so this way or this way with the
Yeah, the bigger ones
to the outside.
to the outside.
But how?
Because you're going to cut those, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
But how?
Bigger ones to the outside.
How will you open it? Because
The same way I open this one because I've cut. So I'll cut it so they open. Yep. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to heat this one up now and then I'll put my glue on.
Why are you heating it first?
This one's much thicker
Okay.
than the other ones. So I just want it to be able to get really nice and flexible on the inside. I mean, there.
Yeah, that's amazing. So Carolyn Boats agrees
Carolyn.
agrees with the way that you're going to put them now.
Okay, wonderful.
Everything's wonderful, Mum.
Not the weather. It's meant to rain here non-stop for the next week.
Yeah, which sucks.
It is winter though.
Hey Sue, when did you say you're going to Canberra? Because I know. Is it this way or this way we were putting it?
Yes, the larger ones.
Okay.
Are you gonna put these handles on?
Yes.
I think so.
Okay.
So I'm just going to reheat. And I just want to bend that up a little bit.
Can I show them which
Pop it
handles
there.
you're using?
Not yet.
Okay. Oh, and Dad.
Okay. I want to check something out.
Huh?
What are you thinking?
I'm just seeing whether, if I just do one little bit at a time, whether I can get it to go over these sections without actually having to cut it. If I can just heat one little section at a time,
Yes.
just may as well try it.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think it's going to work like that. I'd rather cut it. Okay. So I'm just going to mark where the drawer sits.
Carolyn Boats says, "Yep, that way."
Wow, thank you.
We've got some great helpers with us today.
So I'm just going along our draw line. I'm just going to heat it up again because it's cooled down a bit. If you are using a heat gun, you just want to make sure that you keep it moving so you don't burn your
Stuff.
Your
paintwork.
paint, yep.
Okay. So that's gone through.
Wow, okay. You can actually leave it that way. If you leave it.
I can.
Close the drawer, let's have a look.
I just need to, while it's still warm,
Yeah.
I want to hold that where I want it.
Just that way when you close it, it kind of looks seamless. It's all connected.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now I've got this section here where these two drawers meet. So I just want to mark. So because these drawers sit apart from each other, I'm actually just sliding my blade. If you can see, I've got two cuts. So one is against the right drawer.
Watch your finger.
Yep.
Yeah, don't chop it off, please.
And one is
Against the left drawer.
the left drawer. And now
With that perfect knife.
that's my little piece of wood. So now the drawers can open. Now I do need to sand this part a little bit, actually.
Why is this little bit cut here, Mum?
Just leave it. Okay, so I've just shaved that little bit off with the knife, just to give it a bit more.
That bit's coming off.
Yep, just remove that.
Look.
Okay.
You girls love helping Mum?
Let me see.
Hmm? You want to say hello? Okay. Alright,
Move
get out of the way a little bit. Out of the way. Good girls.
I'm just giving this a bit of a sand.
Why is this paint coming off?
I've sanded it down because I wanted it to have some of the green coming through.
Why?
Because I did.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just going to sand this as well.
It just looks like it's like been scratched. It's like been scratched.
Yep, that's how it's meant to look, like it's old.
But
it doesn't
having
look old.
these things on doesn't make it look old.
Doesn't it?
No. Just if it had like more like
I haven't finished
this
yet.
colour.
I know,
It
but
would
just
be
suggestions. If it was a bit like, maybe like a browny, pinky gold, maybe.
As I said,
Like
I
how
haven't
you
finished
did
yet.
over
You got
there.
some
I'm going
tough
to put
critics.
some
Tough
more
critics, I must say.
glue on this.
Here isn't like an oldie-fashioned.
That's right.
Taste.
But do you remember this one? It wasn't an oldie-fashioned one either when I first
Oldie.
started. Oh,
Just
no,
saying
which way does that
oldie
go?
sounds weird.
Um,
Close
You
it.
should have
Close it
figured that
if you want to remember.
just Shush, would you? Not you. I'm talking about Amara. Now
Julie said, haha, beautiful girls. Thank you, Julie. Or
Julianne.
Julianne.
That way. Okay.
I don't know why I say Julie. Anyone named Julie, I say Julie.
Just
Me.
stop.
What are you doing?
Okay.
Go.
Can you girls go inside, please? See you later. Say bye.
Bye.
Okay, inside.
Bye.
Inside. Thank you.
Now I've just put some more glue on this part because I didn't, just pulled it off again. I didn't feel that it was secure. So, there we go. That's better.
Layla Leone says you're so talented.
Who, sorry?
Layla Leone?
Hello, Layla. Haven't seen you for a long time. It's Lucky's Layla.
Yes, yes.
He's very lucky. Okay, I'm going to take this one off before it dries because I want to put some more glue on it. I'm not happy with the adhesion. There's a bit too much glue on there.
Layla said he better know that.
He does, I think. And if he doesn't, get in touch. We'll make sure he does. Okay. That's on there better now. Now, where did my other piece go that I... Here it is. Okay. Actually, I'm going to put this piece on first because I haven't cut that straight. So I've cut it on a bit of an angle so it kept hitting. So I'm going to get these bits on, and then once I've got them on, I'm going to get... See, the only problem with this, because this has an like it slopes internally, it's not going to sit properly. So I will put some fill in this so it sits properly. So I'm going to glue it so it sits like that, and then I'm going to put some fill in here. So then when it's closed, it actually sits like it's meant to be all in one. And I move that across a little bit. Okay. So I'm only going to put glue on the bottom section, not the top. Still going to heat it because I've still got a little bit of a bend there that I want it to contour to. So I just want to wait for that to...
Do you want me to hold it? Or are you good with that?
No, that should be fine. I've got that much glue on my hands, and I thought I was being good using a brush too. Okay. So this part is going to pretty much do the same. Oh, my fingers.
Julianne is saying, I don't have a Tim the Toolman heat gun. Would a hairdryer be hot enough?
Yes, definitely. Well, it will get it warm enough. You'll have to do it for a little bit longer than you would if you had a heat gun. But also, if you have an old electric fry pan, that's what, well, in the UK they call them a griddle, but we just call them an electric fry pan, and they just put foil over the fry pan and just let the pieces sit on it. So just keep it low and the pieces sit on there, and that keeps them warm. So if you could do that too if you like. Okay. Now, I'll get this one on. Now again, I'm heating this one up because it's thicker than the other ones. So I just want to have more pliability. I had this on another piece and then decided I didn't like it, so took it off. I haven't heard of Tim the Toolman for a long time. Tim the Toolman Taylor. Okay. Oh. Okay. Just so the thicker they are, the longer they'll take to heat up and the longer they'll take to cool down. So if you've got a thicker moulding, you just want to be aware that it will take that little bit longer to heat and that little bit longer to cool down. Okay.
If you stand at a distance and look at this, that's beautiful. Look at that. I like it.
It's pretty good. Okay. Okay, so I just want to get this bit done. What do I do with my knife? Okay. So I'm going to heat up this section here. And just cut it.
Does that need to be cut, or you can just mould it because it's not gonna interfere with any of the?
It's not, but if I want to do it properly, I'd wait for this glue to completely set.
Yep.
And then heat the top part and move that, because the more now I'm going to heat it and try and push this part down, it's going to try and push this part out.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
So I can, and it is actually holding, so it's not too bad.
So
we'll see how we go.
Okay, Julianne says it's lovely, and Sue C says that's really pretty.
Oh, hey Sue. I will drop off your order to Georgie on Tuesday. Okay. Well, there we go. So we've got those ones on, and I've got a bit of filling to do here and some drilling to get my handle in there. But I think I've had you on for quite a bit of time. Do you want to see me do some dry brushing, or will we leave that for next time? Okay.
That's lovely. Sue says much appreciated. Are you guys getting heaps of rain?
Yes.
Yep, we're getting some rain, which is...
Not heaps yet, but it's meant to go on for the next week. We're meant to get more rain, I think, in this next week than what we've had for 40 years or something. So, yay!
Yeah. Stephanie Carnell says this is just gorgeous, Miriam.
How are you, Steph? Thank you. Well, hopefully, once she's finished, she'll sell it. Okay, so I'll get these bits filled in and the little things that I need to do, and then I'll jump on and do another one probably before my next scheduled one. So I'm going to try and get on for Flexiwood every 2 weeks, and on the opposite weeks I'll be on for Hokus Pokus. So yeah, I'll get on and fix these up and then show you how we do the dry brushing and so forth. So thank you everyone for watching. Hope you're enjoying our Saturday night lives, and yes, we will see you next week for Hokus Pokus. Okay, thanks guys. Have a good night. Bye bye.